Welcome, fellow digital soldiers, to True Reporting. It is the 12th of August, and on today's podcast, we'll be covering 2 New York Post articles and also a ton of memes to catch us up with what's been going on in the news lately. Ton on Jeffrey Epstein. A lot of speculation out there. Was that really him on the gurney? Was it so on and so forth? We will get to the bottom of this, I'm sure, eventually. But the 2 articles that I wanted to bring to your attention were: former MCC inmate says there's no way Jeffrey Epstein killed himself. I concur. And there's no video of Jeffrey Epstein's apparent suicide, sources say. A lot of speculation, as I said before, but hopefully we will get to the bottom of this. And before we do so, would you please welcome my sponsor, Noble Gold. Hi friends, Thomas from True Reporting here. I wanted to tell you about my sponsor, Noble Gold, and what they're doing for the month of August. For the month of August, they are giving away an awesome deal for $25. You can have your choice between one of these 5 awesome US Mint coins with a combination of getting the Trump 2020 coin. These things are beautiful, and a lot of you guys have bought them, and I can promise you this: after we get done winning bigly, these things are going to triple in worth. So go to TrumpCoin2020.com and type in the promo code TRUreporting25 for your discount today. Thanks, friends, and enjoy the podcast. All right, guys, it's good to have you aboard. Let's go ahead and hop into it. This is True Reporting. So again, from the New York Post, former MCC inmate says there's no way Jeffrey Epstein killed himself. And this is from a couple days ago. The following account is from a former inmate of the Metropolitan Correctional Center in Lower Manhattan, where Jeffrey Epstein was found unresponsive Saturday and declared dead at a hospital of an apparent suicide. The ex-convict, who spoke to the Post's Brad Hamilton and Bruce Golding on the condition of anonymity, spent several months in the 9 South Special Housing Unit for high-profile prisoners awaiting trial, just like Epstein. There's no way that man could have killed himself. I've done too much time in those units. It's an impossibility. Between the floor and the ceiling is like 8 or 9 feet. There's no way for you to connect anything. You have sheets, but they're paper level, not strong enough. He was 200 pounds. It would never happen. When you're on suicide watch, they put you in this white smock, a straitjacket. They know a person cannot be injurious to themselves. The clothing they gave you is a jumpsuit in uniform. Everything is dark brown colored. Could he have done this from his bed? No, sir. There's a steel frame, but you can't move it. There's no light fixture. There's no bars. They don't give you enough in there that could successfully create an instrument of death. You want to write a letter? They give you rubber pens and maybe once a week a piece of paper. Nothing hard or made of metal. There's up to 80 people there. They could put 2 in a cell. It's 1 or 2. But I'll never believe this guy had a cellmate. He was too blown up. Absolutely. The damage that unit can do to someone. It's like you're an animal and you've been brought into a kennel. A guy like Jeffrey, it's like, holy crap. I told my parents not to come there. God wasn't in the building. Whoa, that's deep. God wasn't in the building. I've had some heavy incidences in that building. What happened is permanent. Some of the guards are on major power trips. They know guys are suffering. They know something the rest of the world hasn't seen, that a place like this exists in the country, and they get off on it. If the guards see that the guy is breaking, they're going to help you break. But it's my firm belief that Jeffrey Epstein did not commit suicide. It just didn't happen. Very dark article, my friends. Moving on to the next one. There's no video of Jeffrey Epstein's apparent suicide, sources say. There's no surveillance of the incident in which Jeffrey Epstein apparently hanged himself in a federal lockup in Lower Manhattan, law enforcement officials told the Post on Sunday. Although there are cameras in the 9th South Wing where the convicted pedophile was being held at the Metropolitan Correctional Center, they are trained on the areas outside the cells and not inside, according to sources familiar with the setup there. Poles who attended Sunday's annual Dominican Day parade in Manhattan demanded answers to many questions surrounding Epstein's Saturday morning death, which is being investigated by FBI and Justice Department. Something doesn't smell right, and it's not his dead body, Brooklyn Borough President Eric Adams said. Adams noted that July 23rd incident in which the multimillionaire financier was brought nearly unconscious in his cell with marks on his neck, as well as the blockbuster court papers that were released on Friday and contained the names of other men, including former Maine Senator George Mitchell and ex-New Mexico Governor Bill Richardson, who allegedly slept with an Epstein's teenage sex slave. Something is really troubling about that, and I think it needs to be investigated extremely and very thoroughly to make sure there wasn't any foul play, Adams said. New York Attorney General Letitia James, who said she's toured the MCC, said she found it extremely difficult to understand how someone like this could have happened. My understanding is that he should have been on suicide watch, and the people on suicide watch are placed in a type of jumpsuit that wouldn't allow them to hurt themselves or others, she says. So this is correlating with the actual inmate that was in there. They're put into straitjackets, correct? Federal prison officials violated normal procedures by leaving Epstein 66 alone without a cellmate and not checking on him every 30 minutes the night before he was found, according to a report Sunday. In addition, both of the guards overseeing the unit were working overtime, with one on his fifth straight day of extra hours and the other forced to remain on duty, the New York Times said. Bob Hood, a former chief of internal affairs for the Bureau of Prisoners, told the Times that it was beyond me, in quotes. Why Epstein was taken off a 24-hour suicide watch following the July 23rd incident, especially given the steady stream of humiliating news reports about him. A man is dead. The Bureau of Prisons dropped the ball, period, Hood said. Now, my friends, this is coming out just a couple days ago, if not yesterday. So the New York Post is legitimate. I've done some background research on them. They are legitimate. And this just stinks to high hell, guys. This is not something that happens to high-profile billionaires, especially in a prison during suicide watch. And I will show you one of these cells as we get into the memes right now. All right, my friends, so this is huge, being retweeted by Donald Trump, the president. Terrence K. Williams died of suicide on 24/7 suicide watch? Yeah, right. How does that happen? Jeffrey Epstein had information on Bill Clinton and now he's dead? I see Trump's body count trending, but we know who did this. Retweet if you are not surprised. And as we can see here, old Terrence right here, comedian, but also post the truth, right? We see Epstein and Bill Clinton. And remember, retweet if you are not surprised. This was retweeted by the president. He knows what's going on. They have everything, correct? Also retweeted from the president, we see here breaking documents were unsealed yesterday, revealing that top Democrats, including Bill Clinton, took private trips to Jeffrey Epstein's, in quote, pedophilia island. This is what it should always be known as. Pedophilia Island, not Epstein Island, not little St. James Island, none of that. Pedophilia Island is what it is. And a former president, Bill Clinton, was there. This is retweeted by our president, the man, Donald Trump. We can see here, I'm so comfy, I really am. A lot of us patriots are comfy watching the deep state implode before our very eyes. So here's something right that I noticed. They want to take your guns, then release a movie about hunting you. I've covered did a podcast on it. It had very low numbers. I believe they were throttling it. Google was, because I covered the movie The Hunt, where a group of rich Democrats fly on a private plane. Just this thing in this projection, my friends. They fly on a private plane to a remote island and hunt deplorables. That's right, you heard me correctly. A movie about hunting Trump supporters on a remote island. If this doesn't sound like something the elite actually do with children, then I must be losing it. But I know I'm not. Rudy Giuliani, this is huge, guys. I can't believe he said this. What does the word watch mean in the phrase suicide watch? Who was watching? What do the cameras show? It is inconceivable. Epstein could have hung himself if there was a suicide watch. Follow the motives. He knows this is more of the Clinton body count. He's throwing it out there. Rudy Giuliani is known worldwide, and he's throwing this out there. They know they have everything. The NSA has it all. They see all, they hear all, they know all, right? Epstein dies, and then the Normies on my personal Facebook account, and I'm sure on yours too, on Instagram, Twitter, so on and so forth. everyone becomes a what? You guessed correctly, a conspiracy theorist, right? People are starting to open their eyes. This is the Great Awakening. Loving every second of it. Bill and Hillary Clinton were spotted in Metropolis Ballroom in Illinois Saturday. Follows the death of Bill's former friend Jeffrey Epstein, who hanged himself in jail. Epstein killed himself in a federal jail cell in Manhattan on Saturday morning. After his death, XOXO Hillary plus Bill was written outside of Epstein's townhouse. Message follows, hashtag Clinton body count hashtag, that circulated on social media. Conservative pundits shared the hashtag in an effort to point fingers at Hillary and Bill Clinton for Epstein's death. Lynn Patton, a regional administrator with the Department of Housing and Urban Development and a Trump loyalist, even said Epstein was Hillary'd. The dead guy in the photos is not Jeffrey Epstein. He is none other than Hillary's dead brother, Tony Rodham. Why, you ask? It is a direct strike on Hillary Clinton. When she sees this, she will figure out that Epstein is not dead, but he isn't in that jail either. So where is he? Moved during the New York City power outage to an undisclosed location where he can't be murdered by her before he testifies against her and every other sick gazillionaire in this world. Because she tried to kill him the last time. Epstein is alive. Narcissists don't ever commit suicide. That is huge at the end, my friends. And more speculation if this is Tony Rodham. I've heard other names thrown out about, but I do really like this last line. Narcissists do not ever commit suicide, correct? Because she tried to kill him the last time, Epstein is alive. Could be. Then we can see some pictures here of the earlobe. Epstein alive. This is just him looking forward. Epstein dead. So people are starting to tie things together. We shall see, right? I'm not going to jump to any conclusions, but I mean, you can't change the form of someone's ear, right? I mean, it's just not going to happen. If this man's ear is changed from him being alive to him being dead, could there have been a switcheroo? Absolutely. Then we can see here, they're still trying to resuscitate him. It says here, this was my argument. Check out the photo. Who conducts CPR walking? And if he was found dead in his jail cell, why does he require artificial respiration? So guys, I don't know. I don't know the answer to this. I am not an EMT, but all I know, and I've done some research, is that they have to continue doing the artificial respiration until a coroner pronounces them dead. That is what I've researched. It could be wrong. If you are an EMT or anyone in the medical field, please leave in the comments what you think about this statement down below. From Educating Liberals, the Clinton body count was the #1 trend in America with over 80,000 tweets before @Jack Dorsey and @Twitter changed it to Trump body count. This is called deep state damage control. Absolutely it is. Sickening, right? Now, let's check this out. This is huge. Coming from Magner @Imaginer77. Please follow her. It says, Ghislaine Maxwell died. 8 days from now? Ghislaine Maxwell, complete ties to Jeffrey Epstein. A lot going on with a lot of the documents coming out about her. This is huge, my friends. Ghislaine Noel Marion Maxwell, born on December 25th, 1961 to August 18th, 2019, is a British socialite and the youngest child of publishing tycoon Robert Maxwell, direct ties to Jeffrey Epstein. She moved to the United States after her father's death in 1991 and became a close associate of financier Jeffrey Epstein and convicted sex offender, right? So it says here that she dies on the 18th. 8 days from now 6 days. So when else did this happen? I remember this happening before. Absolutely. Who else was it they changed the date? The death ahead of time? RBG's death was announced on the news ahead of time, coming from the Sharp Edge. Please follow them at the Sharp Edge 1. Absolutely. So are we going to see? Maybe she is already dead. Who knows? I know Wikipedia can be changed, but it is also changed back by the mods of that website. So, my friends, this was from last night. Trends for you. This is actually for True Reporting. It says Epstein is hashtagging Epstein suicide cover-up. 60.4 thousand tweets, retweets, everything about it. Hashtag Epstein suicide cover-up. That's what they're in the brink of right now. They're doing damage control, correct? Then we can see here another great meme coming from us. Epstein being shot here. An international cabal of rich pedophiles, including the Clinton family. Gunshots. Doom, doom, doom. Why would Jeffrey Epstein do this to himself? Right? Absolutely. This is all they do. It's so old. Continuing forward. I work in British press, and we've just got notice of what is called a bridge, end quote. A bridge event. We don't know who it is yet, but we're told that a royal funeral is being prepped to be held 8 days after the announcement of the death. Speculation is it's Prince Philip, the Queen, or Prince Andrew the pedo. Screen cap this, which I have done. Very interesting, right? We have it all. We have all of it. Hashtag 17 with our President Trump. Absolutely, the NSA has all of it. And last but not least, this is one of the cells that these suicidal inmates are put in. 8 to 9 foot ceilings, nowhere to hang anything, a steel bed frame, but the sheets are paper-like. Also, you are not given a pen, you are not given anything to harm yourself, and you are strapped down in a straitjacket. This is what you're in, no way out, right? And there's a complete visualization of you just looking through it, right? There's windows everywhere, there's cameras everywhere. Where is Epstein? What happened to this man? This is not his cell, but this is one of the cells that they are in. There's actually someone in that bed right there, probably in a straitjacket up under the sheets. Unbelievable, right, guys? So I wanted to leave you with that. My friends, if you found this informative and you enjoyed it, please subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on Twitter at TRUreporting. We're closing in on 15,000 followers. I greatly appreciate it. You can also donate to this channel and keep it afloat by going to my PayPal, Patreon. We have a PO box and also TRUreporting merch, all in the description box below, my friends. Guys, please be kind and loving to one another. Don't forget to click that notification bell and leave a like. I will talk to you very soon. Enjoy your Monday. Goodbye.